A few months ago, the man across from me said that Manchester United were in a hopeless place, like Rihanna says. Okay, but today Matty FC is in the Cooligans studio. I don't know what he's gonna. Is he gonna apologize to the whole red half of Manchester? I don't know, but you can look into the camera, Matty. Are United actually back? What, in third place right now, or is this fake? Is this not real? What we're seeing right now for Manchester United?
United is winning the Premier League this season. They are back. I don't want top four. Top four race is too easy.
Top one.
Yeah. The top four is already guaranteed. Give me first place. That was my thought process before the game yesterday.
Okay.
And now this morning I woke up and thought, man, that was really bad. 10 men.
But this is the first loss in the Carrick era.
First loss in 2026. Damn. I don't know what it is. I forgot this feeling. I don't know what it's like to lose.
What? 2025? Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Never heard. We don't talk about 2025. But man, it's I'm one of the positive fan accounts in that realm. Yeah. And I try to stay positive, and I always try to figure out the silver lining, but this game was bound to happen. I mean, you look at the past couple of games, we got bailed out by a couple red cards, and not the greatest performances. But this one was bad. A whole half down with even them down a man. Newcastle down a man. Still not able to get over the
I'm
finish
very
line.
familiar with being down a man against Manchester United, Everton.
And scoring Puskas goals.
Oh my God. Dewsbury Hall scoring an absolute banger and that wasn't even a red card. That was like from doing something to your team.
Yes.
Our team, one of our players slapped their own teammate.
I didn't even get a red card for that.
You do? Yeah. I think the last time it happened, it was also in the Premier League. I remember it happened. Was it a Newcastle? I forgot. It was like black and white. It might have been like Blackburn Rovers or something like that. Okay. But it was a similar thing. A guy, it might have been a fist. Like it was like a real fight between two teammates, and the guy got sent off. But I want to like break this down a little bit and figure out, because what you do say, like, you are one of the more positive voices, and we've had several matches. I'm like, Manchester United is more a part of my life than I ever thought it would be, because I'm friends with so many content creators around Manchester United. I've been to England. I've hung out with Flex. I've done Flex United, United View, Adam McCall. I'm like, why do I even know all these names?
Yep.
And I
You're
know
in the circle.
Good Vibes John is the homie.
That's my guy right there.
Okay,
That's my guy. Shout out John.
So all these people, I have a softer spot in my heart for Manchester United, because I know so many people that are involved in that. But you are one of the more positive voices, and almost to the degree where it's almost like delusional, right? Because the Ruben Amorim thing, and so my question to you is like, how do you I love that you stay 10 toes down in what you believe in, which is important. But there are so many. You have so many fans and so many comments and everything of people being like, no, you got to get rid of Ruben Amorim. And you're like, no, we got to stick with it. So even is there like infighting? Is there a lot of like, is it frustrating to kind of be that sort of like hold your own perspective and think that this is like sort of the best for the club? And then deal with the negativity, and then also with the fact that after Ruben Amorim is gone, the team seems to be better.
Yeah. It's very interesting, and I think before I get into the ripple effect from being 10 toes down and all that, we need to also, people not like this, but we need to give flowers to Ruben Amorim for helping build this out. All the signings that are popping off, Seshko and Bumo, Cunha, all these people are coming, elements. They all come from that era where Ruben was there.
True.
And I think he also got rid of a lot of things that were ruining the club. The attitudes, Garnacho, maybe the Rashfords. A lot of these things that a lot of people don't see behind the scenes. He even said it best. Maybe the results aren't on the pitch, but he promises outside the pitch, he's getting the job done. And every player, Dalot came out in an interview. Many players came out and said that he helped kind of fix the culture up. Maybe he's not the greatest manager or head coach, but I think he fixed a lot, and we need to give credit to him. In terms of your question about the ripple effect, that's just a terrible thing, because now people say you can't be a Man United fan because you wanted the worst for us under Ruben. My whole thing was, after Ten Hag, I realized 10 years of just swapping managers, there has to be a point where we sit down, look ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what? Maybe it's not the manager. Maybe it's the players that are doing something wrong. So I said, after the Ten Hag thing, I'm backing whoever's coming. And Ruben Amorim, I backed him till the very end. And people hated me for it, but I said we need to stick to something. And he left because obviously there was some tension between him and the board. Right. But now that he left, That's fine. Goodbye, Ruben. Now my next focus is I'm on Michael Carrick, and that's how I rock. So people want to say, oh, you can't support Man United now because you wanted the worst. No. I'm in an idea where I'm going to back the club where they want to go, and Michael Carrick's now my new Ruben Amorim, if that makes sense.
Let's go. There it is. So look, we're looking at his record, but 6 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. Obviously,
Yep.
I mean, the loss to Newcastle is. I mean, the way you lose is. Manchester United can't just do things slightly chill. No. That I mean, Osula with a gorgeous goal where Lament is just like. What?
It's unbelievable.
Maguire's like, I can't believe he shot that ball around me like that.
Malasia's getting a lot of hate because of the fact that he was, not marked there. He finally gets an opportunity and does that, but yeah.
So my first question, as far as the difference between, with this success, what is your first thought? Because I'm not watching every Manchester United game as intently. What is the difference after the post-Amorim era that was the immediate improvement, and why was the team so much better immediately after he left?
I think it gives opportunity for the attackers to not focus defensively because of the fact that you're playing in a 5 or 3, 3-4-3. You kind of want those wing backs to get back, so they could focus more on the attack. I also do think the new manager bounce is a thing. We've seen it across the league. We've seen it every time there's a new manager, except if you're a Spurs fan. That doesn't really have a new manager bounce.
A new manager is a guarantee. Like you're like flirting with relegation.
No, but honestly, that Arsenal City match was fun to watch, fantastic to watch. But these last 5 games have not been good. The Spurs game, Spurs were getting back into the game, and then they got a red card, and then changed from there. Yeah. And then you look at all the past games. That West Ham game, where the 5th game for the United Strand, which we'll talk about. But that game was awful. And then these past couple 2 games, we were getting by. The Crystal Palace game, and then it caught up with this one. I think the main difference, honestly, was just a breath of fresh air being, but it's looking like it's going back. It's like a roller coaster. Like, oh, nice, we got the new man, but it's going back. I need to see something very good versus Villa to confirm that we're back, to say that, oh, we're playing way better, because it's looking like we're going back to where we were.
And that game against Villa is really important as for when it comes to the Champions League
on points as well,
places and stuff like that. Because I've had the pleasure to see Manchester United in person at Old Trafford once, and look, it's clearly, like, I mean, the history of the club and everything. But then I saw them in the preseason last year in Atlanta, when they played against Everton, and I had never seen this. When I went there, I don't think Bruno was there yet. Was he there yet? I don't know.
What year was it?
22? 23? He must have been there. Because Ronaldo was also there. But when I saw Bruno in preseason in Atlanta, I was literally like, this is one of the greatest footballers I've ever seen. Like, and I say this because we don't get to see Premier League players in person often. But watching him play, even with like his frame, he's like a smaller guy. I was like, this dude is unbelievably skilled. But it was the same one where he like was upset with Iliman Ndiaye and like terrible,
which led to the goal for Everton again. Yeah.
So when you think about, I mean, sometimes was Ruben Amorim using him correctly? Because I think he did ask for some defensive support from Bruno. But a player like that seems to like he should be thriving on any team he's on, but he occasionally has some bad days with Manchester.
Yeah. I mean, listen, for me, he's arguably one of the best midfielders in the world at the moment. I think he starts on any team in the world. Any team. And people call me crazy, but I think he could start on any club in the world. I mean, the guy right now has 14 assists. I think the record for most in one season is Kevin De Bruyne and one more individual, but at 20. And it's like, he could do, there's 9 games left. He gets 6 more. He also has 7 goals, the 3rd highest. This guy does it all. And if you watch the game yesterday, the only one creating chances, he's always critiquing players in terms of like being a good leader, And for me, he's just an unbelievable player. And in terms of where he's being used, I think under Ruben, it was more of like the creator, the playmaker from kind of a more behind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I also love him at the 10. He's creating, he's scoring. He's one of the greatest.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that like that he's not being his like his skill set is not being used to its best ability at times. But yeah, by like just looking at him, I'm like, this is he's better than everyone on the pitch.
If he was on another team besides Man United, he would be like on Ballon d'Or shouts.
Okay.
That's my take
All right, let's move on to United Strand because this dude Frank Ilet or Ilet, I don't know how you pronounce his last name.
I don't even know either.
Okay, but Frank United Strand, that's what everybody knows. I want to talk about this story because he's come up a couple times on our show, and for us, like especially as comics, like the fact that anybody's doing something different in the football space like this, like I'm a huge fan.
Take it.
And it's like all positive, and we know that when he cuts his hair, he's gonna like donate it to like a cancer, charity and all that stuff. Absolutely beautiful. But he gets a lot of hate from Manchester. And really, when I saw that he when he was at Old Trafford and somebody pulled his hair, like that part of it was just so gross. Of somebody who's like clearly not doing anything to offend anybody, but people, because it is getting a lot of attention, some people are annoyed with it. But the 4 out of 5 Manchester United won 4 out of 5 in the 5th game. You go, you're in Spain, with Frank, and this was you guys did a kick stream. It was a big deal. Lots of people. It's got global attention.
I think at a point 300,000 concurrent viewers.
This is, I mean, congrats to him. I mean, this is, and again, to do something like this and get this much attention without doing something ridiculous, like a really crazy thing, or jumping out. That guy had to do Netflix. He had to climb a building with no with no rope.
Exactly. We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. The dude is just like, I'm not going to the barber for a while. So I think it's incredibly like inspiring in very like in many ways. I'm not saying that even subtly. But the experience of 4 out of 5, and everybody's like, you guys do a whole big thing around it, and for it to end, it was a draw to West Ham. Take us back. What the hell was that day like?
So there was a game Saturday, and then the 4th game was Saturday, the 5th game was Tuesday. So I get a call Saturday afternoon saying, hey, Frank wants you to come help co-host. We'll fly you out tomorrow. So I was like, I gotta go. I'm not gonna say no to that. So I go, and
you told your wife, honey, I'm leaving.
I'm like, sorry, I'll be right back. So boom, I go, and it was good. It was awesome. I mean, I never met him in person. I followed him early on in his journey, but amazing guy. So when you see all these people hating on him, saying things about him that he's doing it for money, doing it for whatever, he's not a United fan, it's just kind of like, that's not true, man. That's not true. But it was an awesome experience. And the whole thing, honestly, was just so heartbreaking because he wants the hair gone. We were in the same hotel. We took an Uber to the studio together, and he took an hour full to dry his hair. And he got out, I was like, dude, I'm sick of this hair. I want it gone. So he was actually distraught, not only because the Man United not getting 3 points, but because of the hair, having to continue the hair challenge. But like you said, unfortunately, people think that's the reason we lost the game. Man United players lost the game because of him. I'm like, dude, come on. The guy just started a challenge. It blew up out of proportion. And now they want to hate on him. So, but amazing guy. Unfortunately, they weren't going to get 5, and I don't know if it's happening this season. He might have to spend the whole World Cup with that hair, man.
It's tough, man. I mean, it's going to be, how many days? It's 400 and something?
Over 500 now.
Oh, my God. So, it's gotten to a point where, even... I want to get your perspective. It's just like when you hear like Wayne Rooney and Paul Scholes have opinions on this stuff, and you like just know the guy with him. No. How does he sort of feel about that stuff?
I was just associated with it. And when I went home that night, and no matter what app I went on, my face was just next to this guy. I was like, there's no way. All my family members saying, why do I see my family members in Brazil? Why is every channel have you next to it? And I'm just thinking, like, I'm not even the main character here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And people were, I was getting hate. Why are you associated with that? Blah, blah. I can't even imagine with him. So I before we left, I was like, man, listen, if you need anything, hit me up. We stay in contact. But it just sucks because it's like, it started innocently. And then people say, if I knew that I could become huge if I, it's like you should have done it. You should have done it then. Yeah, exactly. But it's unfortunate, and but he's doing good. He's doing good. At the end of the day, bro, it is what it is. It's content. If you don't like it,
like just scroll. Keep
exactly.
Scrolling. No,
exactly.
Man. But you know what? It's good to see that he's like, you're a person to lean on. That he's like, I want to, there's plenty of people he could have reached out to, but he's like, you're like, yeah, he's like,
we barely talk.
Like,
he probably has way more people to talk to. But I just said, yo, I see what's going on. I'm somewhat associated. If you need anything, bro, just
that's good. But it says a lot. So look, I want Manchester United to lose for other reasons, but I want this man to cut his hair red.
Big facts.
So best of luck, Frank. We're obviously, the Cooligans are rooting for you. All right, man.